George, Dad had a stroke.
How bad is it?
The doctor said he's paralyzed on the right side. He might not be able to stand up again.
Sarah, you look after him for now. I'm busy with a project here and can't get away.
Oh my god, it's so sudden. Sarah, you deal with it for now. It's hard to get time off from school. It's finals week and my advisor is keeping a close eye on me.
Dad was in the ICU for 8 days. Signing papers, paying fees, I did all the talking with the doctors. In those 8 days, George only made one phone call.
Sarah, how's Dad?
Still in the ICU. Doctor said he's still under observation. The medical bills?
Sarah, it's been hard on you. Just keep track of the medical bills for now. We'll split them later.
George, when can you make it?
You've been doing a lot, Sarah. I'll come as soon as my exams are over.
Chloe didn't come. Instead, she posted on social media photos of her traveling out of town. On the 9th day, Dad moved from the ICU to a regular room.
For a patient like this, he needs long-term specialized care.
Sarah.
Dad, I'm right here.
Resignation submitted by Sarah Smith. Bright future ahead.
Sarah, the company was planning to give you a promotion and a raise. Why don't you think about it?
Manager, thank you for all your guidance over the years. But my dad is paralyzed in bed now. No one else at home can take care of him. I quit. With Dad's condition, he definitely needs long-term care.
That's fine. Anyway, you don't make much.
I make $8,500 a month. Not much, but it's mine. You've been working so hard, Sarah.
Sarah, you're not married. It makes sense for you to quit and take care of Dad. It's perfect.
No one offered to come help. Not one. I've been taking care of Dad for 3 years, 1,095 days. I get up at 6, I turn him over. I wipe him down. I change his diaper. I do rehab exercises at 8. I give him his medicine at 10. In the afternoon, I take him out for some sun. 2 trips every day. The clothes on my back are never dry. I have to get up twice at night, just to change his diaper. For 3 years, I haven't had a single full night's sleep. My boyfriend of 4 years broke up with me. He asked me,
"It's not like your family only has you as a daughter. Your brother George and sister Chloe. They're busy. They've been busy for 3 years. We agreed to get married last year. You work day and night taking care of your dad. When will it end?" Sarah, it's been 3 years. It's not that I won't wait for you. It's that I can't wait anymore. Let's break up. It's not like your family only has you as a daughter.
Right. It's not like the family only has me as a daughter. In 3 years, George only came 4 times. The first time, Dad had a stroke and was hospitalized.
Dad? The company has been too busy. Today, I finally managed to have a business trip nearby, so I made time to come see you.
The second time, during the holidays, he stayed for a day and a half and left on the second day.
What? A company project has a problem. I'll be right back. Dad, the third time. Happy birthday. It was Father's 70th birthday. Brenda and I specially ordered this cake for you.
Yes, Dad. Take a look.
The fourth time, Father passed away, and only then did he come. Chloe came a bit more often than George, 5 times. Every time she comes,
She always hugs Dad and combs his hair.
takes selfies, live streams, and feeds Dad fruit.
She never knew what medicine Dad was taking.
What time to turn him over, which leg couldn't bear weight. Once when I went out to buy groceries, I asked, did Dad take his medicine?
Dad. Dad? Sarah, when did you come back? What happened to Dad? Dad fell. I didn't hear it just now. Dad can't speak again. I don't know either. What does he want? Don't blame me. Thanks, Sarah. I'm here too, but I can't really help. I have things to do at school, so I'll head off now. And if something comes up, you can send me a WeChat message.
3 years without a job. $2,000. And the day Dad left at 3 in the morning, only I was there.
What's the matter? In the middle of the night?
George. Dad's gone.
Oh. Then the funeral, you handle it first.
He's in Seattle. It takes 3 hours to fly back, but he won't be here till tomorrow. Dad is gone.
What? How could Dad be gone? How could this happen? I'll buy a ticket right away.
Chloe is in Chicago. 3 hours by flight. She took 26 hours to arrive.
Dad. How could you leave? How could it be so sudden?
This house is in the city center, a tiny old apartment, but the location is good. It's worth at least $3.5 million. Sarah, where is the property deed? Oh, I mean, we need to get the documents to handle the funeral arrangements. We need all sorts of certificates, property deed, family records, and such. I'll gather them up first, so we don't misplace anything and delay things. The lawyer will come tomorrow.
To read Dad's will.
What? Dad had a will?
After the funeral, on the 3rd day, the whole family gathered at Dad's old house. Not to mourn, but because the lawyer said he would read the will.
Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Richard Smith's attorney, entrusted before his passing, Arthur Davis. Today, as per Mr. Richard Smith's wishes, I will read his will. Before we begin, everyone, please listen to the end before making any decisions.
Arthur, let's get on with it.
The will of Mr. Richard Smith, I, Richard Smith, of sound mind, hereby make this will as follows. First, the property at 127 Happiness Avenue in the downtown district goes to the eldest son, George Smith. Second, the bank account savings go to the third daughter, Chloe Smith.
She's figuring out how much is in the account. Dad's pension, $7,000 a month plus his savings. That's $400,000 to $500,000.
George gets the house and Chloe gets the savings. So what's left for Sarah?
Third, Sarah Smith. Absolutely nothing.
3 words, so short, so light. They hit my heart so hard.
Did I hear that right? Nothing left for Sarah?
True. George always played favorites with George and Chloe. Hey, Sarah too.
3 years, 1,095 days, 14 hours a day. I quit my job, lost my boyfriend, and got a herniated disc. All I got was absolutely nothing.
That is Mr. Richard Smith's will. Everyone please confirm and sign.
We'll have someone appraise this house later to see if it's better to sell or rent it out.
No rush, we can just live here for now.
Arthur. Exactly how much is in Dad's bank account?
$428,600.
No mistake. Everyone's calculating their own inheritance, and no one's looking at me.
Miss Smith, will you sign to confirm?
Sarah, don't be sad. These years you took care of Dad, you ate and lived here, and didn't spend much money, right? You've been managing Dad's pension all these years. If you say you didn't save any money, who would believe that? So by this calculation, you didn't lose out.
I could hear my fingernails scratching against my palm.
Brenda, don't say that.
Isn't it the truth? She hasn't worked in 3 years. Living off Dad. Now the will's been read. What else does she want?
Exactly. I've been living in a dorm, working part-time jobs to pay for my own expenses.
That's enough. Stop arguing. The will was written by Richard himself. Let's just follow it. Besides, we should respect the dead. It's Richard's wish.
Nobody said it's unfair. Not a single one.
Sarah. Dad had his reasons for arranging things this way. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. George has a family to support, so the house goes to him. I haven't graduated yet, so the savings go to me. Sarah, you've been out in the world for years. You can work. You don't need to depend on Dad. So it makes sense, right?
Sarah. According to Dad's wish, the house is mine now. It's not appropriate for you to keep living here. Pack up your stuff in the next couple of days.
No rush. I'll give you 3 days. That's enough, right?
3 years, over 1,000 diaper changes, over 3,000 meals. I carried him up and down the stairs over 2,000 times. My back is ruined. I lost my job. My boyfriend left me. And now, I'm being kicked out of this house.
Miss Smith, please wait. The reading of the will isn't over yet. Miss Smith, the will reading process isn't over yet. After the will is signed and confirmed, I have a procedural reminder. Mr. George Smith, do you confirm that you signed the signature page?
I did. I already did.
And Ms. Chloe Smith?
Me too.
Good. Then all signatures are now in effect. Mr. Richard Smith's will clauses are now in full effect.
What do you mean?
Everyone, Mr. Richard Smith's will has a total of 4 pages. I only read 3 pages.
What 4th page? Didn't you just finish?
Mr. Richard Smith, at the top of page 4, wrote a sentence. Below are my final words. I wanted to wait until they signed to read it.
Hold on. What's this about?
Mr. Richard Smith asked me to read the first 3 pages, and after you sign and confirm, read the 4th page. You already signed. The will is in effect.
This is wrong. When I signed, I had no clue there was a 4th page. Mr. Smith.
It says very clearly on the signature page. I accept all clauses of the will, including page 4.
You're lying. We'll sue you.
Mrs. Smith, you are not part of this will. Please sit down. Don't waste everyone's time.
You.
Ms. Smith, please come back and take a seat. What follows is mainly about you. The 4th page, Mr. Richard Smith, written in his own hand.
I know you're all waiting for this will. George is waiting for the house. Chloe is waiting for the savings. You think I don't know, but I know everything.
George,
In the 3 years after my stroke.
you came 4 times.
The first time was when I was hospitalized. The second was during the holidays. You stayed for a day and a half. The third time was my 70th birthday. You brought a cake. The fourth time was my funeral. You transferred $2,000 every month, $72,000 over 3 years. You thought that was enough? Every time you called, you'd just say, "Take care of yourself." After you hung up, I'd have Sarah check your social media. You were playing golf in Miami. You were eating at a Michelin-starred restaurant in Paris. You bought a new car in Shenzhen. How much did that car cost? $480,000. $480,000, enough to hire a full-time caregiver for 6 years.
But you didn't.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Chloe, you came 5 times. Every time you came, the first thing you did was to take a selfie with me.
The videos you posted, I watched them all. Sarah read them to me.
Dearest Dad, always by my side. Miss you so much.
You don't even know what medication I take. Your longest visit lasted 4 hours. Every time you left, you didn't even say goodbye. To take care of me, Sarah quit her job. Her salary was $8,500 a month. Over 3 years, she lost $306,000. You gave $2,000.
Next is the second part of the 4th page. Next up, the second part of the 4th page and the most important part.
That's enough. You reading all this out loud? What's the point? The earlier part of the will says plain and simple. George gets the house, Chloe gets the savings. It's already a done deal. And now you're reading this. You're in cahoots with the lawyer, Sarah. You took care of Dad for 3 years. We all know that, but you chose to. No one forced you. You didn't have a job. You lived off Dad. You lived in this house for 3 years. Now Dad's gone. What else do you want?
Brenda's got a point. This will was what Richard wanted.
Let it go, Sarah.
Cut it out.
A will's a will.
You think because you took care of Dad for 3 years, you deserve a piece of the inheritance? That's your duty. After all, you're the daughter. You've got no husband, no kids. If not you, who? George is out there earning money to support the whole family. You think that's easy? The $72,000 he gave Dad was money he scraped together. What right do you have to fight for it? Sarah, what's so funny?
I'm laughing at you, at how impatient you are. Miss Davis, please go on.
Okay. Part 2. Regarding the properties at Jifeng Road, Downtown District, number 18 and number 22, the 2 commercial properties were transferred in June 2022 through legal procedures to my daughter, Sarah. The transfer was handled by me personally and is legal and valid. The above properties are not part of the estate and are not included in the distribution of this will.
After my father's stroke, in the 3rd month, he had me push him to the notary office. That day, his speech was still slurred.
Mr. Smith, do you confirm that you are of sound mind and wish to transfer these 2 properties to Sarah?
Jifeng Road in Downtown District is the best commercial street. Of the 2 shops, one is 770 square feet, and the other is 600 square feet. Together, their market value is $5.2 million.
That's impossible. After my dad's stroke, how could he have transferred the property? He couldn't even speak clearly.
This is the notarized document, dated June 17, 2022, issued by the City Notary Office. Mr. Richard Smith was present in person and was confirmed by the notary to be of sound mind and signed voluntarily.
5.2 million. 2 shops worth 5.2 million. Did you take advantage of Dad being confused and trick him into signing?
Mrs. Smith, rest assured, the notary office has a full video recording.
Forget it. Even if she gets the shops, at least this house is still mine. The house is mine. It's written in the will, and I signed it. Can't back out now, can I?
The house is indeed yours, along with the outstanding $2.8 million loan. which is also yours.
What? What loan?
Mr. Richard Smith in 2020 used this property as collateral to get a loan from the bank of $2.8 million to purchase the 2 shops on Jifeng Road. The first clause of the will states the property goes to the eldest son, George Smith. The signature page of the will states that the heir accepts all terms of the will. You have signed it. According to the Civil Code, an heir who accepts the inheritance shall, within the scope of the estate, assume the decedent's debts. In other words, the house is yours, and the loan is yours too.
$2.8 million.
I'm not accepting this. I can give up the inheritance.
Mr. Smith, you've already signed. The will has taken effect.
It's done and that's that. Sarah, did you know about this all along?
George, didn't you say Dad's arrangements must make sense?
No, this doesn't count. When he signed, he didn't know about the loan.
The second line of the signature page, I confirm that I'm aware of the will's full content and the accompanying rights and obligations. Your husband signed it. We're not done yet. As for this letter, Mr. Richard Smith requested that after the will is read, it be opened in public, but it's addressed to Ms. Sarah Smith. I need your consent.
Go ahead.
When you read this letter, Dad will already be gone. In Dad's life, the best thing he did was having you. The worst thing he did was letting you bear it alone for 3 years. Dad knew how much you suffered. Every morning when you helped me turn over, you thought I was asleep, but I wasn't. I was wide awake. Your hands had chilblains. Your lower back was bad. You were always tired. But you never cried in front of me. About the transfer of the commercial properties, Dad asked you to keep it a secret, and you really didn't say a word.
3 years.
Years. Even when your older brother called to ask Dad about what property he had, you didn't say anything. Dad knew George's intentions. His first call was to ask about the illness, and the second call was to ask who would share the medical bills. When he came to see me, he stayed no more than 2 hours each time. Dad also knew Chloe's intentions. When she came to see me, it was just for social media. When she hugged me to take a selfie, I smelled her perfume. She wears a $500 bottle of perfume, but she only gives you $2,000 a month. But what Dad knew best was what George did 5 years ago.
George, what did you do?
Mr. Richard Smith mentioned in the letter things from 5 years ago. From April 2019 to January 2020, Mr. George Smith transferred from Mr. Richard Smith's bank account in 7 installments a total of $470,000. The memo line says loan. But Mr. Richard Smith stated this money was never repaid.
George said he borrowed it for investment. I don't know what he invested in, but the money never came back. $470,000 was all I saved in my whole life. I didn't confront him because he is my son, but I remember everything.
George, you borrowed $470,000 from Richard. No wonder later on Richard always said he didn't have enough savings.
Son. I had no choice back then. That's why I borrowed from Dad.
Chloe didn't look happy. George borrowed $470,000. $2.8 million was used to buy the shops and they were transferred to me. The $420,000 I got was just a fraction of what Father had.
Sarah, can we talk?
What do you want to discuss?
The mortgage on the house, that $2.8 million? I can't come up with it all at once. Your 2 shops, could you spare one for me? I'll buy it from you.
Yes. We're family. We can figure something out.
Family. George, you said I took care of Dad because my salary wasn't high anyway. Your wife said I took care of Dad because I'm unmarried and had nothing better to do. You guys got the house and savings and ordered me to move out within 3 days. Now you find out the house has a $2.8 million mortgage, and now you want to negotiate? You can negotiate with anyone you want, just not me. Too late.
Sarah, you?
What about me? I took care of Dad for 1,095 days. You came 4 times. I quit my job. You bought a $480,000 car. I did over 1,000 diaper changes. You never changed a single one. You transferred $470,000 from Dad's account. I didn't take a single cent. And now you tell me we're family, we can work it out? How dare you say that to me?
Sarah, don't be so harsh just because you're right. George is still your brother.
He's my brother. Dad was paralyzed for 3 years. He came 4 times. He's my brother. He stole $470,000 from Dad's retirement savings. He's my brother. Do you think those words are enough to cover the $2.8 million he owes?
Sarah, look, I didn't borrow any money from Dad. My share is tiny. Your 2 commercial properties, one of them, can you?
Chloe, since Dad got sick, you've only given me $2,000. I haven't worked for 3 years. I lost out on $300,000 in earnings. You gave me just $2,000. Now you want me to give you one of the shops. $2.6 million? You actually think I owe you that much? I stood in the middle of the living room. I looked around. George was slumped on the sofa. Brenda sat beside him, her face ashen. Chloe was huddled in the corner, head down. The relatives, one by one, lowered their heads and drank tea, not daring to look at me. 10 minutes ago, they were still mocking me. Now no one is laughing. Arthur, anything else?
The will has been fully read.
$2.8 million? George, why didn't you read it carefully before you signed? Now look what happened. You're stuck with a $2.8 million debt. From now on, is our whole family supposed to live on air? My son and I, what are we gonna do?
Chloe, your big brother has always loved you the most, right? Now your brother is facing an insurmountable problem. Didn't you just get Dad's $420,000? Take it out first and help your brother revive the factory's capital chain. Once the factory starts making money, I'll pay back the debt slowly myself.
George, I'm just in college. I'm a girl who hasn't even graduated yet. This money was left by Dad for me to rely on. If I give you the money, how will I pay my tuition? Can you really bear to see your own sister unable to even finish school?
Chloe, you can't say that. An eldest brother is like a father. Your brother is now driven to a corner. We're family. Blood is thicker than water. If you help your brother when you get married in the future, won't your brother have your back?
Brenda, don't guilt trip me with family ties. The year before last, George said the factory was short on operating funds. He took $470,000 from Dad. Has he ever mentioned paying it back? George, you're the eldest son. You should protect me, your sister, instead of eyeing the little survival money I have. If you're going to act like this, don't guilt trip me with family ties. I'm so disappointed in you.
Chloe, why are you being so unreasonable? The money I took from Dad was for the sake of our Smith family to start a business and work hard. Now the family is in trouble. As a member of the Smith family, shouldn't you do your part? Don't worry about tuition. You can apply for a student loan. Didn't your sister Sarah also rely on student loans to finish college back then? It's good for young people to suffer a bit. It can develop your independence. If you lend the money to George, he's just teaching you to grow up.
So George knew all along
that I was suffering through college. George, you really know how to twist words. Why should the suffering Sarah went through be something I have to go through too? Besides, when you went to college, Dad sold everything to support you.
Chloe, your brother George is the eldest son of the Smith family and the first college student from our village. Richard supported him through college. It was only right.
So what? If I remember correctly, when you got married, George, Dad also chipped in a lot, didn't he? Dad knew I was frail since childhood. That's why he left the savings to me. Now you want me to take out a loan? I'm telling you, this money was left to me by Dad, and no one is going to touch it. Your factory is a bottomless pit. If I give you the money, it will ruin my whole life. George, you can't be so selfish.
I'm selfish? I'm carrying a debt of $2.8 million. Who am I doing this for? I'm doing it for this family. You've read so many books, but all that learning went down the drain. You don't even understand the most basic gratitude. Today I see you for who you are.
Don't point fingers at me. You just want to take my money to fill your financial hole. You never saw me as a sister.
Everyone, please quiet down. The distribution terms of the estate have been read out. However, Mr. Richard Smith has one last wish.
I knew it. I said things would turn around. How could Dad really drive his own son to a dead end and leave a pile of bad debt? George, you are the Smith family's only male heir, the one to perform the funeral rites and carry on the family line. Dad knew it well. He must have left you a backup plan.
Mr. Davis, please tell us. What other wishes does Dad have? As long as it's something I, as his son, can accomplish, even if I have to sell everything, go through fire and water, I will do it for the old man and see it through.
Dad loved me the most when he was alive. He must have had something special to tell us.
Mr. Richard Smith's final wishes that his 3 children personally take his ashes back to Clear River Village and bury them, and take his final inheritance.
Spit it out. What is it?
The 3 jars of pickles in the cellar of the old house.
Wait, that's it? Take them back to the village? Just the pickle jars? No mention of money? No mention of how to pay off my debts?
Nothing else?
Correct, only 3 jars of pickles.
Arthur! Back at the old house. In the cellar, there are 3 jars of pickles. If George and Chloe, after George reads the letter, can see the error of their ways, that will be the way out I left for them. But if they won't even see me off on my final journey, then it all goes to Sarah.
Mr. Smith, do you mean whoever fulfills their final duty as a child and brings you back to the hometown to lay you to rest will get the 3 jars of pickles?
Yes, but this matter must not be revealed to them in advance. This is a test, not a business deal.
Rest assured, as your attorney, I will keep it strictly confidential. Everyone, I have clearly conveyed Mr. Smith's final wishes, so the 3 of you who is willing to fulfill Mr. Smith's final wish to send him back to the village to be buried and take the 3 jars of pickles?
The Smith family has always had this tradition of returning to one's roots. Richard talked about it his whole life.
Now I see it clearly. A parent's love depends on who it's for. Being this unfair, I've never seen anything like it. He leaves over $5 million of debt-free commercial properties to Sarah, who hasn't worked a day in 3 years. Then he sticks his own son with a rundown house and $2.8 million of bad debt. What is that? That's pushing us to the edge.
That's enough, Brenda. Arthur is still here. Keep it down.
Why should I keep it down? Am I wrong? When he was alive, every time we visited him, we brought loads of health supplements. Now he's gone, leaving us a mess. And he expects us to drop everything we're dealing with, go back to the village, throw a big funeral, and bury him.
Enough. He was still my dad. Tone it down.
Tone what down? Did I say anything wrong? You care about face? If you feel bad, go ahead by yourself. I'm definitely not going. I have to spend days running around finding an agent to see how we can sell this rundown house to fill your financial hole. I don't have time to deal with some pickle jar.
George? Per the Smith family tradition, as the eldest son, you're supposed to handle this.
Aunt Mary, you're right. I'm the eldest son, so I should be the one to lead. But, as you can see, Arthur Davis just read out that I'm carrying $2.8 million in debt right now. Hundreds of people at the factory are waiting for their salaries. The creditors are hounding me every single day. If I go back to the village now to handle all this, once the factory's capital chain breaks, I'll have to throw myself off a building. Dad's spirit up in heaven sure as heck wouldn't want to see his only son end up with his family falling apart.
Exactly, Aunt Mary. It's not that we don't want to help, but we can't do anything.
I want to see Dad off too, on his final journey, but next week I've got finals. My advisor also assigned me a major project. Dad valued my studies above everything. He always called me the born scholar of our family. He definitely wouldn't want to see me get bogged down in red tape and mess up my future. Sarah, since you took Dad's commercial properties and got such a sweet deal, you should pitch in more, right? It's not that we don't want to go, it's just that reality doesn't allow it. We're family, so please be understanding. Step up for me and George and fulfill this duty.
Right. Anyway, Sarah, you're jobless, free as a bird, with all the free time in the world. Since you've already taken care of Dad for 3 years, you know the saying, finish what you start, you should see it through to the end. We'll leave this to you, and Dad would be most at peace.
Fine. Since George and Chloe both don't want to go, then I'll go. I'll lay Dad to rest.
Ms. Smith, here's the key to the cellar.
For his whole life, my dad didn't have any special hobbies. He just liked making pickles. When I was a kid, we were poor. George had to study. So all the good food went to him. I had cravings. Dad would go to the vegetable patch and pick up the discarded radish leaves and cabbage stalks, wash them clean, and make pickles for me with his own hands. He said store-bought pickles weren't clean and would give you a stomachache. Whenever he made them, I could eat 2 big bowls with plain porridge. Later, George and Chloe moved to the city. They thought it was rustic and sour, so they never touched it. I was the only one, and every time I visited him, he would always pack a big jar for me. "Arthur, move back a bit, don't get your clothes dirty. I'll clean these jars one by one and figure out how to get them back to the city. I guess these are the belongings Dad left me." What is this? Gold bars.
Dad, where did all these gold bars come from? And they're hidden in pickle jars?
Now then, let me read you the full version of Mr. Richard Smith's final wishes.
Full version? What do you mean? The one you read in the living room wasn't everything?
The day Mr. Richard Smith made his will, he specifically told me that the secret of these 3 jars of gold bars could never be put on paper, and it must never be told to anyone beforehand. Mr. Smith said that if George and Chloe, upon seeing the will burdened with massive debt, could see the error of their ways, they should show even a shred of family love, be willing to give up their urban scheming, and come to the village in person to lay him to rest. If they did, these 3 jars of gold bars would be his gift to them for paying off debts, and as a safety net for their future. In other words, Mr. Richard Smith's rule was, whoever attends the funeral and is willing to fulfill his seemingly worthless final wish gets to keep all these gold bars. This was a father's final test of his children's conscience. Unfortunately, Mr. George Smith and Ms. Chloe Smith failed this test, so Ms. Sarah Smith, according to his oral supplementary will, which was notarized by me, now all the gold bars here are yours alone.
Got it. Dad, don't worry, I'll live a good life. I won't let you down.
Sarah, why'd you leave the group? I know you're mad, but we're family. No need to leave the group. It's embarrassing for everyone. That's so inappropriate.
I moved into the place above the shop on Liberation Road. There's a little attic. It used to be for storage. I fixed it up and it's small, but it's mine. Both commercial properties are rented out. One is $18,000 a month, the other is $13,000 a month. That's $31,000 in total. Compared to my old salary, more than triple. My lower back's still not great. I went to the hospital. The doctor said I have a herniated disc.
2 discs are herniated. That's rare at your age.
3 years of lifting him.
What?
Nothing. I started looking for a new job. The manager at my former company learned I was job hunting and proactively invited me back.
Congratulations. Welcome back to the company.
Thank you, manager. I will not let down this trust.
Hey, these days, the factory's performance is getting worse by the day. All the money I've put in, hundreds of thousands of dollars, all lost completely. Plus the debt Dad left behind, a mortgage of $2.8 million. If we keep going like this, we'll have to sell the house we're living in.
Sell the house, George? Are you crazy? No, absolutely not. Our family only has just this one house left. This is for our son to use when he gets married. If you sell the house, where will we live?
Where? Can't we rent? The creditors call every day demanding payment. If this loan misses another payment, then I won't even be able to take high-speed trains or planes at all. I'll become a defaulter. You think that looks good?
I don't care. We're not selling the house. You can't pay the debt. Why not go ask Aunt Mary, Uncle John, and Uncle Peter to lend us money? They have some savings, more or less. Each family chips in tens of thousands of dollars.
And we can borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nowadays, nobody is well off. Who would lend money to us, this bottomless pit? We've asked before. Look at her attitude.
Does she look like she would lend?
Us money.
After all, you are own siblings, flesh and blood. We neglected Dad so much back then. It's normal that she's still upset, but it's all in the past now. Maybe she's over it. Let's go say some nice words, play the family card. It's worth a shot. Contact her quickly.
Sarah, it's George. We siblings have never had a chance to get together properly. Are you free tonight? Bring Chloe. Let's grab a meal together. It's on me. She actually blocked me.
I'll call Aunt Mary. Hello, Aunt Mary. It's Brenda. George and I were thinking we haven't gotten together as a family in a while. We'd like to invite Sarah too, so we can all catch up. But Sarah's attitude toward us, you know it. Could you help us invite Sarah?
Sure, a family gathering is a good thing. I'll ask her later.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Mary. Sorry for the trouble.
Hello, Aunt Mary.
Sarah, how's work lately? Busy? We haven't talked in a while.
Fine. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well. But Sarah, you might not know, George's factory is really struggling. They can barely afford their kids' school fees. He can't sleep at night from worry. And Chloe is about to graduate, and she's been looking for internships everywhere but can't find one.
Aunt Mary, I'm not really concerned about this situation.
I know. I won't bring it up again. Okay, let's not talk about them. Sarah, when are you free to come over for a meal? I'll make your favorite braised pork.
This Saturday evening, I can come over.
Great. I'll be home waiting for you Saturday. Make sure you come.
Aunt Mary, I'm here. I brought you some tonics for the cold season.
Oh, Sarah, look at you, now that you're here. And your brother and sister, too. They haven't seen you in ages. They've been thinking about you. So today, we can all get together, have some fun. Come on in and sit down.
Aunt Mary, I have no reason to get together with them. If I'd known they'd be here, I wouldn't have come today at all.
Oh, Sarah, it's been a while. Why is your temper still the same as before? You should have cooled off by now. We're all family. Why hold a grudge?
Yeah, Sarah. If Dad were still here, seeing us today sitting together, having a lively meal, even in the afterlife, he'd definitely be happy.
Right. Do what your sister says. The food is all heated up. Let's go to the dining room, eat and chat. Come on, Sarah, try some, this braised pork. Aunt Mary made it especially for you. Eat up, you're too skinny.
Sarah, we haven't seen each other in ages. Today, here at Aunt Mary's, let me toast you. Have a drink.
I don't drink.
Fine, no drinking then. But Sarah, I have to ask, why did you block me? A couple days ago, I tried to reach you. My WeChat messages wouldn't go through and I couldn't get through on the phone. What's that all about?
Right after Dad passed, Brenda removed me from the family group chat. Since there's no place for me, even in the WeChat group, what's the point of keeping your contact info?
Brenda, what's going on?
Oh, Sarah, look what a mess this is. I just slipped, that's all. I accidentally clicked wrong. Then things got busy at home. Once I got busy, I forgot to pull you back in. It really wasn't intentional. This is good. Drink up. I'm sorry, okay? Let's not dwell on it.
Some slipped, some forgetful.
Hey, Sarah, how have you been feeling lately? I heard from the neighbors that taking care of Dad has taken a toll on your health. Have you seen a doctor?
Yes, I'm fine.
That's good. Now that you have Dad's 2 shops, life is looking up. Unlike your brother, running around all day, worn out from worry. Sarah, you don't know your brother's company is doing terribly. We've lost most of the money we put in. We can barely pay off the debts. And your nephew is about to start middle school. As parents, we always want to give our child the best, right? We want him to go to a school in the downtown district, the best one, First High School. But they said for those of us without proper residency, the private school tuition is $80,000.
This money, we really can't come up with it. With your son always being at the bottom of the class, can he really get into the best middle school?
Oh, it's exactly because his grades are not good enough that we as parents want to spend money to buy him a future. I see that you're doing so well now, decent and all. This $80,000 to you must be nothing. Can you give me a hand?
I can't help with this.
Sarah, it makes no sense for a sister to watch her own brother in trouble while sitting on a pile of cash and not lift a finger. Don't call me heartless. Tell you what, transfer $300,000 to us now. Just $300,000. We're just borrowing this, that's all.
Brenda, weren't you just saying 80,000? For private school tuition? How did it jump to 300,000 in the blink of an eye? Your math is so fast, even compound interest can't keep up.
Oh, come on, Sarah. How can you talk like that? This 80,000 is for your nephew's private school tuition. As for the remaining 220,000, your brother's company needs it for cash flow right now. This is all for important family matters.
Sarah, Brenda may have been a bit harsh, but she's not wrong. This 220,000, I'm not taking it for free. Consider it an investment in my company. When the company does well and makes money, you'll get your share of the profits. We're all family. You can't lose either way, right?
Oh, thanks a lot, George. I really appreciate it. Such a great chance to get rich. And you still think of me at a time like this, but you cannot make bricks without straw. I told you, I don't have a single cent. Aunt Mary, I'm full. I have stuff to do. I'm leaving now.
Stop right there. What's with the attitude? It's rare for our family to sit down for a meal together. And you just leave after I say a few words? You have such a stubborn attitude. When are you going to fix it? Now that you have money and took most of Dad's inheritance, you think you're too good for us? Have you forgotten everything from before? Ask yourself honestly. When you were applying to high schools, who ran around pulling strings, asking around to see which school was the best? That summer after high school graduation, you said you wanted to earn your own tuition. If I hadn't begged everyone and found a friend to get you a job at his shop, you would never have made it to college. With the very first paycheck I earned when I started working, I couldn't even bear to buy myself a hot meal. I went straight to the mall to buy you a pair of sneakers. You wore those shoes for 2 whole years and wouldn't throw them away, even when they were worn out. As your older brother, when have I ever let you down? Now your brother is in trouble. I'm too ashamed. I can't bring myself to borrow from outsiders. I'm coming to my own sister. What's wrong with that?
Exactly, Sarah. Your brother has no choice. Don't be stubborn.
Enough! Sarah, be polite. Aunt Mary is here today, not taking sides, but you're well off now. With those 2 shops, helping your siblings is only natural. Your siblings. Blood is thicker than water. Even considering how George cared for you when you were young, you should help him.
You call that care, Aunt Mary, but you have no idea what his so-called care really was. When I was choosing high school, my grades were good enough for a top school, but you ran around asking and forced me to pick a school that waived tuition. You call that looking into schools for me? You just wanted me to graduate early and go work to earn money. The summer after I graduated, you did get me a job at your friend's shop. I worked from dawn to dusk for 2 months and finally earned enough for my first semester tuition. And then, the tuition was barely in my hands when you took it all. You took it to drink and sing with your friends and forced me to go to school and apply for student loans.
I needed it urgently. And later I did.
And those sneakers you gave me had worn-out heels and someone else's name on the insole, meaning they were obviously someone else's hand-me-downs. Did you really think I was such a fool that I could wear them for 2 years and not notice? What you bought Chloe were brand new dresses, while what you gave me were others' hand-me-down rags. You call that being good to me and caring for me.
Sarah, what is your problem, having to embarrass me in front of everyone? Even if I was wrong back then, I still meant well with the things I brought back. Now that you're successful, you're ungrateful, and you're biting the hand that fed you.
Whatever kind of life I'm living now is none of your business. If you'd shown a little care when Dad got sick and actually stepped up, Dad wouldn't have left you a penny. What I have now, I earned it all myself by busting my ass for 3 years. I've been on my own, renting an apartment and finding a job, when my lower back was killing me all night and I couldn't sleep. Did any of you care if I lived or died? You didn't even send a single text asking how I was. Now that I've got money, you come running back and say this. Isn't that a joke?
Sarah, is it really that big a deal? We were just having a nice meal. How did it turn into this fight? You've really changed, you know? The you I knew was never like this. You used to be so good to me. When I was a kid and got bullied at school, you were the one who showed up and had my back. You cornered that kid at the school gate and warned him. Now I'm barely getting by. I can't even pay next month's rent, and you've got money, but you just turn a blind eye.
You're bringing up the past? When Dad was sick and paralyzed in that bed for 3 years, I lost my job, you know. I didn't even have the money to buy a pack of noodles, nothing at all. During the hardest times I went through, which of you ever cared for me?
Oh, Sarah, let it go, let it go. It's all in the past. Today we're all sitting together, so let's not dredge up old grudges. How can family hold a grudge?
Aunt Mary, this isn't about holding a grudge, it's about remembering clearly.
Sarah, your brother's really been having a hard time lately. If he weren't truly driven to a corner, how could a grown man swallow his pride and go begging? Please help him out, even if it's just for your dad's sake. Your dad in the afterlife certainly wouldn't want to see his own children end up like this.
Aunt Mary, if Dad were still here, they would never come to me today. Because in their eyes, I am still the Sarah Smith who can be squeezed dry and bullied at will.
Sarah Smith, since you insist on being so heartless, then there's no sibling bond left between us. Let's settle the score today. The year you went to college, your freshman year, right after school started, I gave you $2,000 for living expenses. I told you then that this money was a loan. By now, this money with interest should be at least $20,000. I'm not wrong about that, am I?
George, look. I know you've been tight on cash lately, but you're even quibbling over money from years ago? There's really no need. If word gets out, you'll be a laughingstock.
Aunt Mary, with all due respect, why is it unnecessary? Even siblings settle accounts clearly. She's taken a huge advantage and is financially free, yet to her own siblings, she's a tightwad. Why should we hand her free money?
Exactly. Today, let's go through each item and settle everything clearly. Back when you were in college, I drove you to and from school 3 times, right? The gas and tolls for those trips, let's say $200. Fair enough? And those sneakers, even though they were a bit old, they were a name brand. Even if sold at a secondhand market, they'd easily fetch $120. And that time in your senior year when you had a cold, the cold medicine I bought you altogether, that's $8,640. Sarah, all these years, every penny I've spent on you was my hard-earned money. This money you must pay back today.
Since you, George, insist on calculating fine. Tonight we'll settle this account once and for all. 3 years ago, Dad had a stroke and was hospitalized. He stayed for 8 days. The emergency and medical fees together came to $64,000. At that time, we agreed that the 3 siblings would split it equally. Each person's share was $21,300. How much have you put in? Have you paid a single cent? After Dad was discharged, he was paralyzed in bed for 3 full years. During these 3 years, I never left his side, nursing him, turning him over, and wiping his back. This unpaid care fee will calculate at the cheapest market rate. An ordinary caregiver costs $6,000 a month. 3 years is 36 months. 6,000 times 36 equals $216,000. This bill, how are you going to pay me? You want me to come up with $300,000 to bail you out? Fine. First, pay me back the $237,300. Then we'll talk about lending.
Taking care of Dad is your duty as a daughter. It was something you willingly did yourself. No one held a knife to your throat. Moreover, when George had money in the past, why didn't you ask for this money? Now that our family is in trouble, you deliberately used this to shut us up. Isn't that right? Over $200,000, where do you expect us to get it?
I never mentioned it. Over the past 3 years, every time Dad was in the hospital, every time I bought medicine, how many times did I call you? How many texts did I send? Every single time you turned a deaf ear. You either blamed the bad signal or just hung up. I'm not your ATM, and definitely not your sucker. I've got things to do. I'm out of here.
What's up? Did the creditors call again? George, if we don't pay this week, the bank will really sue us. If we become deadbeats, how can our son get a government job or go to school?
You think I don't want to pay? The company account doesn't have money for payroll. If that little girl Sarah really won't give a single cent of money, the only thing we can do now is sell the house to pay off debts.
No way, I won't allow it. That house is for our son. If you dare sell it, I'll fight you on this.
This is so unfair. We're all his own flesh and blood. We're family. How could he favor Sarah so much? I worked myself to the bone, every day in front of Dad, acting cute and pleasing him. In the end, all I got was over $400,000 in savings. What gives Sarah the right to take 2 commercial properties?
That's right. Those are the shops on Central Avenue. Together, the 2 are worth at least $5 million. As the eldest son of the family, I'm supposed to support the whole Smith family. In the end, I worked my ass off and only got this old rundown house worth over $3 million. And it comes with over $2.8 million in mortgage.
She got all the benefits all to herself. We're drowning in debt outside, while she hides inside and plays the rich lady. In this world, where's the fairness? George. Her shop is on Central Avenue, right? Uh-huh. Then let's go make a scene. She's only tough with her own family. I don't believe in front of so many people she'd dare to show her face. Anyway, we're about to lose everything, so let's all go down together. If we cause a scene, maybe we can get the money back. George, look. Is that number 18 Jifeng Road and number 22?
How is that fair? In such a prime location with 2 shops, Sarah can just by sitting back and collecting rent, pull in tens of thousands of dollars a month. How could Dad be so unfair?
Pfft, the old man was out of his mind. He tricked us, treating us like sweethearts. George, these shops are worth over $5 million. If our factory had this money, not only could we pay off the debt, we could even buy a big mansion.
If I had 2 shops, why would I work after graduation? Why look for an internship? I wouldn't have to worry for the rest of my life.
Dad's inheritance, why should she swallow it all herself? I am the eldest son, you are the youngest. A share of these shops should originally be ours. Let's go in and collect what's ours.
George, just go in and cause trouble? That's not a good idea, is it? What if someone calls the police? We'll have more to lose than gain.
Oh, Chloe.
Now's not the time for that.
If we don't go and fight for our rights, we'll all end up sleeping on the streets.
Chloe, we're going to take back what belongs to us. Why call the police? No matter how powerful Sarah is. Can she override justice and morality? Let's go.
Who's the boss here? Stop hiding in the back. Come out now.
Folks, can I help you with something? If you're looking at clothes, I can help you, but we're open for business. Please keep your voice a little lower. Folks, what can I help you with? If you're looking at clothes, I can show you around, but we're open for business, so please keep it down.
Business? No business today. We're not here to buy clothes. Get your manager. Go and bring your boss out. Tell him the real person in charge of this shop is here.
I'm the owner here. I'm Mr. Miller. Folks, we don't know each other, so barging into my shop, yelling and shouting, what's this all about?
So you're the owner? Let me ask you, this shop you're renting, as for the monthly rent, how much are you paying and for how many years?
Lady, is that any of your business? Our shop's rent is confidential business information. We have no obligation to tell you. Folks, if you're here to do business, you're welcome, but if you're here to cause trouble, I won't be so polite.
Mr. Miller, right? Don't be in such a hurry to kick us out. Me, I'm George, Sarah's older brother, and eldest brother is like a father. This shop was left by my biological father as inheritance. By the rules of the Smith family, it's the family's joint property.
Sarah's older brother? That's right.
Sarah's just a little brat. Behind the whole family's back, she secretly rented this shop to you without even a word to anyone. In terms of family, that's showing no respect for elders. Legally, without the family's knowledge and consent, it could be considered illegal occupation.
What are you talking about? My lease agreement is in black and white signed with Ms. Sarah Smith. At the time, I saw the property deed myself, and it clearly had Sarah's name on it. Every month, I pay the rent on time directly to her personal bank account. And you come here pretending to be big shots?
If you keep making a scene.
And if you disrupt my business, I'll call the police.
I don't care who you signed the contract with, the deed might have her name, but this is still the Smith family's territory. The family's money shouldn't be taken by her alone. Listen up, from today on, not a single penny of this rent can go to Sarah. It must be paid to the senior branch. We will distribute it. That's called respecting seniority.
They're nothing but scoundrels. That's gangster logic. I don't care about the Smith family's internal family disputes, grievances, or grudges. Right now, the lease for this shop belongs to me. If you don't get out right now, I'll call Miss Smith immediately and have her deal with you.
Go ahead, call her. Boss, call her right now. You better get her over here now. I want to ask her face to face. My dear sister Sarah, why George is so deep in debt he can't even afford to eat. She's hogging over $5 million worth of the old man's commercial properties, hiding away, living the high life, collecting huge rents. Does she ever sleep soundly at night? Get her here. Let's see if she has the nerve to face us, her own flesh and blood.
Hello, Mr. Miller. What's the occasion for calling me today? Is there something going on at the shop?
You can run, but you can't hide. Today, the money, you have to pay whether you like it or not. This is the Smith family's property.
Ms. Smith, you better come over. Your brother George, Brenda, and Chloe just barged into my shop. They claim this shop is the old man's inheritance. They say you took it behind the family's back. Now they want to forcibly take it back. They've even chased away my customers. Now they're refusing to leave the shop. It's a mess.
These people, they just won't go away. No matter how long it's been, As soon as they smell money, just like leeches, they latch on. Mr. Miller, don't panic. Whatever you do, don't get into a physical altercation with them. They're just trying to blow this out of proportion. Your first priority is to protect yourself and your staff's safety. If anything in the shop gets damaged, I'll cover it. I'll bring the lawyer and come right away. Arthur, please bring all of my father's notarized property transfer documents and the video evidence. Right. The 2 shops on Jifang Road, the complete legal documents. There are people causing trouble at the shop. We're heading over now.
Looks like your shop has a good flow of customers today, huh? Since this shop has always belonged to the Smith family, that girl Sarah is clueless and hasn't handed over the money to us. So today's revenue should be given directly to me, the sister-in-law. Consider it as her making up for the rent.
We run a legitimate business. We've been paying the rent monthly to Ms. Smith according to the contract. The money in this register is our boss's hard-earned money. How can we just hand it over to you? Please step aside. Don't disturb our business.
What do you mean, just hand over? I'm Sarah's sister-in-law. A sister-in-law is like a mother, don't you understand? A sister's money is her brother's money. We're family. There's no need to draw lines. This shop has always been the Smith family's property. As the eldest daughter-in-law of the Smith family, I'm here to collect the money on her behalf. It's only natural. You're just an employee. Hurry up and get today's revenue settled and hand it over to me. Don't cause trouble for yourself.
On our lease contract, in black and white, it says the name of Ms. Sarah Smith. The law only recognizes the property deed and the contract. You say you're the sister-in-law? Then go ask Ms. Smith for it. Why are you throwing your weight around here?
You little brat, how dare you speak like that? Sarah is hogging the Smith family's possessions. She's letting outsiders profit from our family estate. We, as the elders, can't even manage it for her. I'm telling you, today's money is the Smith family's.
Madame, please show some respect. I don't care about the internal financial disputes in your family. That's your family matter. We pay the rent on time and operate legally. The money in this register, not a single cent, will be given to you. If you keep arguing unreasonably and disrupting our business, I'll call the police directly.
Mr. Miller, don't be so stingy. My sister Sarah is young and doesn't know how to manage assets. I'm her own brother. She is hogging our father's over $5 million worth of commercial properties while watching her own brother bear over $2 million in debt and suffer. Morally, that's unacceptable, don't you think? I came today to reclaim for the Smith family what belongs to everyone, the common property. If you pay the rent to me, it's the same as paying her. Later, I'll naturally teach her a lesson.
Hey! Everyone, come look! I've recorded everything. Look at this! Unscrupulous merchant, usurping our Smith family inheritance, and now hitting my sister-in-law. My dad loved me the most when he was alive. I should have a share of this shop. That was my future dowry and tuition fees. My sister Sarah is so selfish. To hog all the property, she'd rather let outsiders benefit than care about her own siblings. Mr. Miller, if you push my sister-in-law again, just try it. I'll post it online immediately and expose you.
Everyone, stop right now.
Ms. Smith, you're finally here. Look at this. What is this about? I was just running my business. They barged in claiming to be the landlord, insisting on kicking me out. They messed up all my stuff. You've got to stand up for me.
Mr. Miller, sorry for frightening you. It's okay, just some family matters. Please go to the back, to the break room and get some water. I'll handle this. I'll cover the store's losses.
Whoa. Sarah's really putting on quite a show. Today, in front of outsiders, tell me the truth. With this prime downtown commercial property, what's really going on? You hid it from the family. How much did you gain?
Sarah, you're so ungrateful and selfish. While Dad was alive, he secretly transferred this multi-million-dollar shop to you, and you kept it completely quiet. Didn't say a word to the family. And to think that back then, George always gave you the best of everything. No wonder when we divided the inheritance, you acted so aloof. Didn't fight for anything. Turns out this was your big move. You took the lion's share and watched us suffer in rented houses. How can you sleep at night?
Sarah, we're family. Blood is thicker than water. You keep it all to yourself. Each month, comfortably collecting tens of thousands in rent, while you watch me and Brenda stressed out over the factory issues. Watching Chloe unable to find a decent job anywhere. If you'd just spare some change to help the family, your big brother wouldn't be so disappointed. You're so selfish. Does this live up to Dad's dying wish for you to take care of the family?
Sarah, not that I mean to be harsh, but a young woman like you will get married eventually. Having such valuable property, can you hold on to it? Do you know how to deal with all sorts of people as tenants? Don't get cheated and end up counting money for them. This kind of public-facing, heavy asset should be handed over to a man like your brother to manage. Since we've brought it up today, let's do it by the rules. After all, this shop is property of the Smith family. It must be handed over for redistribution. George is the eldest son, so he should get the largest share. If you still acknowledge us as family, then today let's complete the transfer procedures. Otherwise, I can't guarantee that your shop can continue to operate peacefully.
You're raking it in quietly, all by yourself. Sitting on 2 such huge commercial properties, the rent alone every month is enough to match what others bust their ass to earn in years. We're all born from the same mother. Why do I have to go out busting my ass for an internship while you sit here comfortably making money lying down? I'm suffering out there. Even if you won't give me one of the properties, you should at least give me some money to help me out. You'd rather let outsiders make money and watch your own sister suffer?
What I have is what I deserve. How I handle it is my freedom.
As for you not finding an internship?
Maybe you should reflect on yourself and see if you're too picky having high standards but low abilities. Don't blame your own incompetence and laziness on others for not giving you money.
Sarah, how dare you talk to your sister like that? Do you have any sense of being an older sister? Dad's gone now. An eldest brother is like a father. As the eldest brother, I am the head of this house. I am your elder. The Smith family has always valued family duties and rules. You're a young woman. You'll get married sooner or later. Keeping all this huge family estate to yourself, in the end, it'll just benefit an outsider. Besides, what do you know about business management? Don't end up being cheated and lose everything. I came back just to help the Smith family preserve the family estate. Now my factory is in urgent need of cash flow. Your sister can't even eat. As a member of the Smith family, you must hand over these properties to me. Let me centralize the management. It's not like I won't give you a way out. You'll still get enough to get by each month. It's your obligation.
That's right. Your brother is absolutely right. Sarah, I'm doing this for your own good. Sharing the risk for you. You're a single woman. Holding such conspicuous property isn't safe at all. Take my advice. Get the transfer procedures done quickly. As a family, let's live in harmony. If today you are really this stubborn and insist on turning your back on your family to keep it all to yourself, then I won't be able to control your brother. Then we'll bring a folding stool every day and sit in front of your shop. Tell everyone we meet what kind of sister you are, how heartless and ungrateful you are. Let's see, once your reputation is ruined, who can afford to wait, you or us? Will your shop from now on even be able to be rented out?
I know you're jealous and anxious. But times have changed. We don't talk about feudal eldest brother is like a father nonsense. Now we live in a society ruled by law. Everything must be done according to the law and order. Since you insist on settling the score, Arthur, why don't you explain the law to them and make it clear?
See, I told you. George, I told you, this sweetheart had so much confidence today. So it turns out you had an accomplice waiting here all along. They're in cahoots. Our Smith family has been set up, scammed badly.
Mrs. Smith, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't say whatever you want. What you just said carries legal responsibility. I am Ms. Sarah Smith's legally appointed lawyer and also the legal director of her company, Arthur. Based on that remark you just made, a groundless accusation, I can sue you for defamation and hold you accountable for liability for defamation.
Trying to scare me? Aren't I telling the truth? Back then, the old man was in the hospital, and that biased will was all handled by you running around. These commercial properties worth millions, you dare say you knew nothing? The way I see it, it's you two colluding from the inside and outside, bullying our George because he's honest, joining together in every possible way to usurp our Smith family property. Did I say anything wrong? You dare to do it but won't let people talk?
Brenda, your imagination is wasted not writing screenplays. Arthur is my company's legal counsel, doing his legitimate job. You've got a dirty mind, so you see everything as dirty. Don't talk nonsense here and make a fool of yourself.
Enough. Legal counsel or not, so what? Don't use those twisted words to bluff. Even if you are a lawyer, no matter how you spin it, it's still our Smith family matter. It's between us siblings, unsettled accounts. Even an upright official finds it hard to settle family quarrels. Who do you think you are? It's not your place, an outsider, to boss people around here and interrupt.
Mr. George Smith, you may have a misunderstanding about the law. In the face of lawful property rights, There is no such thing as family matters. The law clearly protects citizens' lawful property ownership. According to the Civil Code and its relevant provisions, these two commercial properties 3 years ago had already gone through all legal procedures and been legally transferred. Take a good look. This is your father, Mr. Richard Smith's personal signature and fingerprint on the document notarized by the city notary office, the property gift agreement. It's right here in black and white, clear as day. These two commercial properties belong to Mr. Richard Smith as his personal lawful property. During his lifetime, he gifted them unconditionally to Ms. Sarah Smith. The Real Estate Transaction Center has also lawfully processed the registration of ownership change. Legally speaking, these are now Ms. Sarah Smith's personal assets.
That's a lie! You two must have colluded to forge this. Back then, the old man was lying in the hospital bed, barely able to speak, half dead. How could he possibly have the energy to sign this? The old man always cared about George the most. How could he give such valuable shops to a little brat like her? This is definitely Sarah taking advantage of the old man's confusion and forging it herself on the sly. It doesn't count.
Mrs. Smith, I must ask you to stop trying to steal others' property and making baseless accusations right now. To be thorough, the notary office staff came to the hospital ward and recorded Mr. Richard Smith on high-definition video throughout the process. In the video, Mr. Richard Smith was perfectly lucid and acting completely voluntarily, and without any coercion, he personally expressed his will to gift the commercial properties to Ms. Sarah Smith. If you have any doubts about the authenticity of this document, feel free to sue us in court. But until the court reaches a different verdict, the sole legal owner of these two commercial properties is Ms. Sarah Smith. As for the rest of the Smith family, you have absolutely no legal relationship with these properties whatsoever. Now, leave immediately, or we'll call the police and charge you with disorderly conduct.
Well, Sarah, you've grown some wings now. Using the law to suppress me? George, right? Let me tell you, the law is cold and impersonal, but blood is warm. If you dare use those pieces of paper to kick us out, you are being treasonous. Dad's watching you from heaven. If he knew you were treating your own siblings this way, he'd be turning in his grave.
George. Who is the one making Dad turn in his grave? You're all truly insatiable. When Dad was in the hospital, lying there, where were you? When Dad was buried, what were you scheming? Now you dare stand before me and speak of an eldest brother as like a father?
I don't care about your notarized document. If you don't give us money today, no one will have it easy. I'll smash this shop. We'll all go down together.
Hey, stop it. These are my goods.
Mrs. Smith, I'm already recording this. According to the national law, Article 293, your current actions constitute disorderly conduct and are suspected of vandalism. If the amount involved exceeds $5,000, you face up to 3 years in prison. I've called the police. They'll be here in 5 minutes.
Brenda, let it go. If the police come, we're in big trouble. George, with a professional lawyer here today, we can't get anything. If we keep this up, we'll only lose.
Sarah, you're so ruthless. You'd even sue your own siblings? Fine, we're out of here. But you remember this. This isn't over.
My ability was recognized by the boss, and I kept getting promoted.
George, say something. The debt our factory owes is due next week. If we can't come up with the money, the court will really kick us out. Then our whole family will have to sleep on the streets.
What can I do? All the money is now in that little girl Sarah's hands. She's determined to ignore us. I can't just rob her.
I'm so furious. My chest is still pounding with pain. Sarah has now really grown some wings. I heard she recently got promoted and got a large office. Very impressive. She's living the high life while watching George's family driven to a corner.
Dad was also senile. He was so biased all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Since we were kids, didn't George do all the chores at home? Why on earth would he leave the valuable shops all to her alone? And now Sarah takes Dad's foundation and plays the Iron Lady outside. Look at us. We can't even afford next month's rent. George, you're the pillar of the family. You've got to figure something out. I don't want to follow you two to sleep under the bridge.
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
George, what's wrong? Don't scare me. Is your old heart illness acting up again? Chloe, quick, get the heart medication.
It's all Sarah's fault. George has been so stressed about the factory, he hasn't slept all night. Today, she publicly provoked him like that, overcome with anxiety and anger. How can his heart handle it? She's trying to anger him to death.
Chloe is right. George's illness was brought on by that heartless wretch Sarah making him so angry. Come on, everyone, look at this. Come and see. Is there no justice? Sarah is a big boss, lives in a mansion, drives sports cars, but to George, she just stands by and does nothing.
Hello, everyone. My sister Sarah works at this big corporation as an executive. She makes millions of dollars a year. But my brother George is now severely ill and paralyzed. He doesn't even have money for medicine. We came to beg her, but she not only refused to see us, she even hired a lawyer to threaten us, saying she'd have us sent to jail.
Sarah, I don't blame you for being heartless. Dad's gone. An eldest brother is like a father. I'm not capable. I couldn't give you a better life. But we share the same blood. I'm useless now. I don't ask you for great wealth and rank or a share of your fortune. I just want to survive. How can you be so cruel? Are you forcing me to a dead end?
This sister. She's too heartless. Her own brother is this sick. She could at least come out to see him.
Hey, you folks. This is a commercial office building. You're gathering a crowd to cause trouble here. It's seriously affecting the image of our building. Please leave immediately. Otherwise, we'll have to call the police.
Call the police? Go ahead if you dare. Let the police arrest all of us poor people. I'd like to see if Sarah, that kind-hearted woman, can sit securely in there. She's not afraid of karma. Well, we're not afraid to lose face either.
We really didn't come to cause trouble. We just came to ask Sarah for a way out. Sarah! You made George so angry he got sick. You became a big boss and you don't even care about George's life. Why don't you come down here?
Hey, did you hear? The paralyzed guy downstairs is Ms. Smith's brother, George.
I heard. They're live streaming downstairs, #1 trending locally. Usually Ms. Smith is decisive and swift. Never thought privately she could be so cold-blooded behind the scenes. George worked himself to the bone to get her through school. Now she won't even cover his medical bills. Guess you can know a person's face, but not their heart.
Someone who ignores family bonds like this, how hard-hearted must they be? Working with someone like that really sends chills down my spine.
Miss Smith, bad news. Your family is downstairs causing a huge scene. The company lobby is packed, jammed to the brim. They've also started a live stream online. It's blowing up locally. Many netizens who don't know the truth are cursing you in the live comments. Some have even started manipulating public opinion, calling for a boycott of our company's products.
Moral kidnapping via live stream. This show they're putting on was well prepared.
Ms. Smith, the chairman, just called. He wants you to go to his office right away.
Got it. On my way.
Sarah, your workability is recognized by everyone in the company. I've always valued you highly. But look downstairs. The commotion is really out of line.
I'm sorry for all the trouble this has caused the company. Give me 10 minutes and I'll handle this. It won't affect the company at all.
Every family's got its own problems. Never thought that such a well-dressed executive deep down would actually be someone who doesn't even care about her own brother, a cold-blooded person.
Everyone, look! The black-hearted instigator is coming out! Sarah Smith! Look at George. Look how you've upset him. Today, in front of everyone, you owe us an explanation.
Explanation? What do I need to explain?
Of course, give us what's ours, the money. Behind our backs, how much did you take from Dad? How much demolition compensation and commercial properties? You know damn well that's all Smith family property.
Brenda! Don't talk like that. Even though Dad favored Sarah and secretly transferred millions in shops and cash to her, we're not here today. We're not here today to ask for those. Sarah, we grew up together. I don't blame you for being cold. It's just that I am at my wit's end. The factory went under. and my health is shot. When Dad passed, he held my hand and said, "Take care of the family. Take care of you and Chloe. Now I'm sick. I'm begging you for Dad's sake, for the sake of the Smith family ancestors, please give me a hand. Otherwise, I'm afraid when I go to the underworld soon, I won't be able to face Dad."
Sarah, I know you're a big boss now, looking down on us poor relatives. You have no obligation to help us. I know it's tough working alone, but at the end of the day, we're still family. Now, in front of the live stream with hundreds of thousands of viewers, just give everyone a clear answer. Do you care about George's life or not?
Exactly. Take a stand. We're family. Why be so ruthless? You can't just forget your roots once you make it. Her own brother begging like that, so cold-blooded.
This family must be at their wits' end. If they weren't driven to a corner, who'd want to make a fool of themselves on the street? Oh, this sister is a real piece of work.
Sarah, please don't be mad. If you think our live streaming is embarrassing you, then I'll stop. I know you're always going to fancy places now. You look down on us poor relatives and think we embarrass you. But George's illness really can't wait any longer. The doctor said if we don't pay the hospital bill, they'll stop his meds. Please don't take it out on George, okay?
Chloe, stop begging. Let's have some pride for the Smiths. I'm a failure. I couldn't give you a better life. That's why your sister Sarah is a boss now and thinks even meeting us is beneath her. Sarah, when Dad died, I promised to step up and hold this family together. As your big brother, I've never done you wrong. Today, if it weren't for keeping Brenda and Chloe off the streets, I, George, would rather die in my bed than come here to beg my own sister for a single meal.
Why is my life so miserable? Married into the Smith family, I've never known a day of happiness. I've been slaving away every day. To put you through college, your brother, in the dead of winter, was hauling goods in a cold storage. That's how he ruined his back. And now look at him. Completely paralyzed. Sarah, now you're living in a huge mansion, driving luxury cars, but your brother can't even afford pain relief patches. Are you trying to push our whole family to die just to make room for yourself?
What a saint. Her brother worked to put her through school and wrecked his back, but look at her. All dressed up, but won't even give him money for medicine. How did someone like her become a manager?
Exactly. She doesn't even have basic humanity. A big company hiring someone like her will face karma sooner or later.
Everyone, since my brother George and sister-in-law Brenda and my sister Chloe, have put on such a big show today. Then I'll join them and finish this show.
Sarah, don't wash dirty linen in public. Can we sit down, go home, and talk this out properly?
Brenda, you say you've had a hard life, and that my brother George supported me through college by hauling goods in a cold storage until he got paralyzed. So today, in front of everyone, I'll help you remember clearly every single cent of my college tuition and living expenses came from student loans I took out and part-time jobs I did. Now, my brother George, the money he made hauling goods back then, that little bit of money went straight to the poker club and massage parlor. His back injury was from back at the casino over an unequal division of spoils, where someone hit him with a solid wood chair, causing the injury. The hospital's medical records and the police dispatch records from that time are still in the system. Want me to pull them up right now and show everyone?
Sarah, stop making false accusations here. Even if I didn't support you through college, those 3 years Dad was sick, as the eldest son, I worried about everything, inside and out. Now that you have money, you turn your back and deny it all. That's treasonous.
You? Worried? Dad was paralyzed in bed for 3 years. You only came to see him 4 times, each time staying less than 10 minutes, and then made an excuse about the factory and slipped away. You never paid a cent of medical bills. Even when Dad was dying, I called you a dozen times, but you turned off your phone at the poker club. George, who is truly treasonous.
Sarah, even if George and Brenda did something wrong in the past, that's all in the past now. Now George is really sick. Bringing up all this old stuff means nothing. Look, he's the brother who carried you on his back growing up. Now he can't even stand up. He'll be stuck in this wheelchair for life. How can you, at a time like this, be so cold-hearted and dwell on ancient history? Do you have to push him to the brink? How can you be so heartless?
Chloe, you just said to the camera over and over that George is severely ill and paralyzed, has no money for treatment, and even stopped his meds that he's dying, right? Everyone, take a good look. This is what I had my assistant get from City Hospital 10 minutes ago, the real medical records of patient George Smith. It says clearly right here, mild lumbar muscle strain, recommended rest. George, the cause of your paralysis is truly a medical miracle.
Oh my God, everyone, look, it really is just a mild lumbar muscle strain. Isn't that just back pain from sitting too long or working hard? And that's called paralysis?
Scammers, This whole family are scammers, using a backache to fake paralysis for money, and I actually felt sorry for him and helped them curse people out. So shameless.
Taking advantage of our sympathy. All dressed in rags, putting on a show. Call the police on them now.
Sarah, would I joke about my own health? I really am not well. My chest feels tight.
Sarah, do you really think so little of us? We just wanted to ask for your help.
Ask for help? Good. Then today, in front of hundreds of thousands of netizens, I'll give you a hand. I'll call my brother an ambulance. A full body checkup, the whole works. I'll cover it. All the expenses. I, Sarah, will pay for everything. If we don't find a terminal illness today, then please, George, don't you dare get off that wheelchair.
No need. As for George's health, we'll take care of it ourselves. We don't need your fake kindness here. If you really want to help us, just give us the money directly.
I can give you money, but only directly to the hospital's account, for his medical bills. Nothing else, not a cent.
Sarah, don't forget, you have Smith family blood in you. You're holding on to Dad's 2 commercial properties, collecting tens of thousands of dollars in rent each month. What's wrong with sharing a little with us? We're your family. Even if you take this all the way to heaven, you still have to support us.
Security, call the police immediately. Tell them a group of people is gathering at the company entrance to cause trouble. They're committing business defamation and are suspected of massive extortion.
You have no right to arrest us. This is a family matter. The police have no say.
Folks, your actions have seriously disrupted public order, and on the internet you've openly engaged in personal defamation. The amount involved is huge. This is already a criminal offense. Family matters? If you don't know the law, read a book.
Criminal offense means you go to jail. It's all a misunderstanding. Officer, we're just having a family dispute, just joking around. Let's talk nicely. We'll leave now.
Everyone, look, the paralyzed patient is standing up. A medical miracle. Shameless, a family of scammers. Disgusting.
Sarah, you did an excellent job with this crisis PR. Not only did you set the record straight, but you also helped the company score some positive PR. Now the online buzz is totally on our side.
Thanks for understanding, Chairman, but after what happened, I'd like to ask the company for some time off.
Time off? Sarah, you're now a key player at the company. I've been saving the general manager role for you. Taking leave now would be such a waste, don't you think?
Chairman, I've been so stressed these 3 years. Everything at home is settled, but I'm emotionally drained. I want to leave this environment for a bit, take a break, and recharge my batteries.
All right, approved. But let's get one thing straight. This is just paid time off. The GM's office will always be yours. Whenever you've had enough rest, come on back.
Thank you, Chairman.
Go, get out of here! This place is too small for someone who'd even scheme against her own sister. Don't even bother paying next month's rent. Go wherever you want.
Mrs. Hudson, please, I'm begging you. Can you just give me a few more days? I honestly have no money left. Word got around the industry about that live stream tantrum at the company lobby. All the resumes I sent out never got a reply because of my character issues. Sarah, I was wrong. I really know I was wrong.
Get up. What trick are you trying to pull now?
No, Sarah. I'm not acting. I've been thinking a lot these past few days. I was selfish before. I was led by George and Brenda. I thought Dad favored you. I thought you took something from me. I had no idea. Everything you did for this family. How much you sacrificed. Because of the live streaming incident. I was exposed by netizens. No company wants to hire me. Even when I tried working part-time at a convenience store, I was recognized, and the landlord kicked me out.
What about George? Aren't you 2 siblings?
I want to tell you, Sarah. I'm sorry. You were so good to me before, and I repaid kindness with hatred. I'm the worst. I really know I was wrong. You have the ability and connections. Can you arrange a job for me? A temporary place to stay. I swear, once I find a job, I'll move out.
Got it.
I've humbled myself this much. Why won't you help me, Sarah?
Linda, this is my sister Chloe. Chloe's resume. She's made mistakes before, but she's not a bad person. She's also skilled professionally. I'd like to ask you at your branch to arrange for her an internship position.
Miss Smith, since it's you asking, I'll definitely help. However,
the online backlash. So please keep it a secret. Don't let her know that I recommended her. Just make it seem like she was hired through normal recruitment. Put her through her paces. If she doesn't perform, fire her anytime.
Miss Smith, you really care about your sister.
Putting in so much thought. Leave it to me. I'll handle it perfectly. Dad, this is the last time I'm helping her. From now on, she's on her own.
Why? Why can't I even be a receptionist? They won't even hire me. Sarah, you've ruined my life.
Hello? Hello, is this Ms. Chloe Smith? This is Apex Industries branch. We've seen your resume. We currently have an administrative assistant position. Room and board included, $6,000 a month. Would you be interested in coming for an interview and starting directly? Yes, I want to join. I can start anytime. Thank you. There's always a way out. Do you think that without your help, I can't survive in the city? I'm blessed with good luck.
George Smith, are you even a man? The creditors have been blowing up my phone, and if we don't pay them back soon, they said tomorrow they'll come for the furniture and kick us out. We can't live like this.
Shut up. Do you think I don't want to pay? I've borrowed from everyone I could, and now even the loan sharks won't lend me anymore.
Then do what you said before and sell the house, sell the one we live in now, along with the old man's old house, and list it now on a second-hand platform, because as long as we get cash, the factory can survive and the debts will be cleared.
This is the only thing Dad left behind as a keepsake, and if we sell it, people will talk behind my back. Besides, weren't you the one who insisted on not selling? Where will we live if we sell? That live streaming incident caused a huge fuss. So maybe no one will even rent to us.
You still worry about the future? We're barely alive now. Who cares about face? Just list it now.
Ms. Smith, your brother George is in debt, so he's listed your dad's old house on a used home site for a quick sale at a rock-bottom price.
Find a trusted third-party agent, hide all my personal info at a bit above market value, buy the old house and put the deed in my name. Keep it safe.
Ms. Smith, you're way too kind. After what they did to you, now you're basically giving George a bailout.
Kind? You're reading too much into it. They've got nothing to do with me anymore. I'm buying the old house not to help George. It's for my dad. I can't let my dad's life's work fall into the hands of some outsider and get trashed.
Got it. I'll get on it.
Hey, George! We've really turned things around. That house sold for a great price. This turnaround really freed up our cash flow.
I told you I, George, am a natural businessman. Before, it was just bad luck. Now the business has come back from the dead. From now on in this city, who would dare look down on me?
Exactly. That Sarah thinks she's all that. Without her help, we still got rich.
Sarah, take a break. Have a bite of this to cool off.
Dad, it's sweet. When I make lots of money, I'll buy you big watermelons every day.
You've grown almost an inch. Sarah, try a little harder, and you'll catch up to Dad.
Then when I'm taller, I can protect Dad.
Silly girl. Dad's a man. I can't let my daughter protect me.
Dad, I got the old house back. Don't worry. As long as I'm here, our home will be here.
Morning, Ms. Smith. Today is the former chairman's posthumous birthday. About the offerings for the cemetery, how should I arrange things? Should I order a larger wreath or prepare some special offerings? What special offerings should I send over?
No need. Simple and tasteful is fine. My dad never liked extravagance. Quiet and low-key is fine. Don't make it too showy.
Okay, got it. I'll take care of it right away. By the way, Miss Smith, the driver, Old Lou,
is already waiting downstairs.
Umbrella and coat are ready in the car. Also, the chairman asked about you.
Again yesterday.
He insisted I sound you out, asking if you've had enough leave.
When are you planning to return?
To the company and take charge? Everyone is looking forward
to your return.
Thank the chairman for his concern. After today's memorial for my dad, I'll clean up all this mess at home once and for all. Next Monday, I'll report back to the company.
Great. Then I'll arrange your schedule for next week. Even though Ms. Smith said to keep it simple, as subordinates, we absolutely can't be careless. We must give enough face. Contact the best florist in the city. Order the most expensive, elegant, imported white chrysanthemums with black and gold ribbon wrapping. After that, send a special card directly to the cemetery. You handle it personally. Stay sharp. Don't mess up Ms. Smith's stuff.
Understood. I'll handle it personally and make sure it's done perfectly.
Dad, Sarah's here to see you. These past 6 months, a lot has happened. But don't worry, I've handled it well. I haven't disgraced the Smith family. Over there, take care of yourself too.
Oh, Sarah. Aunt Mary could tell it was you from a mile away. It's raining and cold out here. How'd you get here alone this early? Did you have breakfast?
Ah, time flies. It really goes by fast. In the blink of an eye, it's been 3 years since Richard passed. Looking at Richard's tombstone and then at ourselves, our legs are getting worse by the day. I feel like we old bones are already halfway to the grave. Probably in a few years, we'll have to go down and play a game of poker with Richard. Sarah, it's early morning at the cemetery. Don't say such depressing stuff. It's creepy. Richard's spirit in heaven will keep us safe. That's enough.
Sarah, what have you been up to lately? You look so thin. What happened? Are you still working?
Aunt Mary, I've been resting at home. I haven't been going to work.
Not working?
She quit. I remember you were doing well.
I just want to rest for a while.
Sarah, not that Uncle John is trying to lecture you at your age. How can you just quit like that? The economy's so bad right now. An unemployed loafer like you might not even be able to afford food. A young woman should be more settled. You can't be so restless. Don't think that just because you were some kind of supervisor, you're something special. Now you're unemployed, aren't you?
Oh, you two, stop it. It's not like Sarah had a choice. Sarah, your two uncles are blunt. Don't take it to heart. Have you been looking for a job lately?
No, not yet. I'm going to wait till after this month.
Your brother George is now doing really well in business. The factory is back on its feet. He's made a lot of money. If you really can't find a job, you can go to his company and help out.
Oh. Our little shop can't accommodate Ms. Smith, such a big shot. Yo, isn't this our family's former busy bee, Ms. Smith? How come you're so free today? Standing alone in the rain. I heard the other day that your general manager position has been taken over by someone else. Oh, these big corporations are something else. They let you go just like that without a second thought. But Sarah, I've told you before, when a woman is too assertive and doesn't care about family, she'll suffer for it sooner or later. See? Karma has come knocking.
Oh, Sarah, look at my bag. It's not a limited edition, but I bought it with my own earnings. Back then, I begged you for an internship opportunity, and you didn't even look at me. You said business is business. What goes around comes around. Now you're free too. If you had known this day would come, you should have helped the family. Now you wouldn't be left all alone like this.
Chloe, don't say that. Your sister was in a high position, so naturally she had high standards. How could she care about us, poor relatives? But, you know, a young woman without a steady job drifting around, it's just not decent. Without the Smith family roots, what can you amount to out there? Oh, Sarah, don't take this the wrong way, but today is, after all, Dad's posthumous birthday. How could you bring such common wildflowers from the roadside? You're usually stingy with yourself, that's fine. But to your own biological father, you're this half-hearted. Wildflowers are fine too now that you're short on money and without income. You gotta save where you can. If Dad in the afterlife knew how badly you're doing, he'd understand your difficulties.
Such a huge bouquet. That must have cost a lot, right? George, that's very thoughtful of you.
After all, it's Dad's posthumous birthday. If we don't get a really nice one, how could it be worthy of Dad's status and style? George here has been discussing with a few big bosses lately about renovating Dad's grave, giving it a facelift. It'll cost at least around $100,000. As children, filial piety isn't just empty talk. It's about real money.
I really put my heart into it. If Richard knew in the afterlife, he'd be pleased. That's right. At the end of the day, filial piety is ultimately about capability. Without money, how can you be filial? Sarah, when Dad was sick before, you kept using your generosity to Dad and accusing me of being unfilial to put me down. Now that I'm successful, I'm going to build the best grave for Dad. It proves that only I, the eldest son, can truly hold up the Smith family's pride. You have no reason to criticize me anymore.
Is that so?
You always thought I, as the older brother, didn't contribute enough money and wasn't filial enough. I told you back then that I was too busy to make time. You never believed me. You had to make the whole family a complete mess. See, now my business has grown. The factory's daily revenue is hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I finally have time to be a good son to Dad. I just want Dad to see from the afterlife that with me, the eldest son around, the Smith family won't crumble. As for your past petty little moves, don't bring them up to make a fool of yourself.
It's all ancient history now. We're family. Let's not say such things.
Having filial piety is what matters, even though this filial piety is years too late.
Your temper is still so stubborn, hard-headed as ever. If you had been willing back then to lend me money and listen to my plan, I could now snap my fingers and arrange a cushy job for you at the factory. But now you don't even have a job to fall back on. We're family. Blood is thicker than water. You insist on opposing the family. Why do you have to be like that? Just asking for trouble.
I don't need George's help.
Sarah, you're just being stubborn. You're just making yourself miserable. Look at yourself. Do you even know how old you are? If you keep dragging this out, the big corporations out there will all think you're too old. Then it'll be even harder to find a job. Do you think you're still the amazing Ms. Smith? How about this? Just swallow your pride, beg me, and come to our company. I can put in a word with the supervisor and recommend you to work as a receptionist or cleaner. The pay's low, but at least room and board are included. For the sake of family, I can't just stand by and watch you end up on the streets. I'm thinking about our sisterhood.
You, a newly hired ordinary salesperson, can decide company personnel matters, you?
Oh, Sarah, Chloe means well. Why are you so ungrateful? But to be honest, right now, you really are no match for Chloe. Chloe is young and pretty and has a decent job. Every month, she brings home a steady salary. If I were in your shoes with no place to stay, I'd be so anxious I'd lie awake all night long. Women have to accept their fate.
You guys have fun. I'm leaving now.
Oh, Sarah, don't go. It's so rare that we're all together, and it's raining so hard. Let's sit down and have a meal before you go.
Exactly. Family doesn't hold grudges. Have a meal and let me talk some sense into you. You don't have a job now, and you need your family to show you the way. Come on, Sarah. Don't throw a tantrum like a child who never grows up. Your family would never hurt you.
All right. Since the elders asked, we'll have dinner together tonight. A sister-in-law is like a mother. I can't just let you go hungry. George went out of his way to buy several $1,000s worth of fancy ingredients today. He said he wants to treat the elders. Sarah, you should come along and enjoy the treat. Usually you live alone. I bet you don't even treat yourself to meat.
Great. Let's not stand here and get soaked in the rain. Let's go to my house.
George, you're looking all energetic and so confident. The family business lately has been booming, right? You're truly the pillar of the Smith family. Uncle John? It's nothing special. Just landed a few municipal support projects, just hundreds of thousands of dollars in daily turnover. Really not a big deal. I'm swamped every day. It's exhausting. But for this family, it's all worth it.
George is way too modest. Uncle John, let me tell you, we're thinking about buying a new house downtown. We're not picky. A detached house will do. Good location, quiet neighborhood. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit George's status. After all, the people we hang out with now are all high society.
Money's not everything. It's secondary. I've always had one regret. I originally wanted to buy back the old house Dad left behind. After all, that's the Smith family's roots. As the eldest son, I should keep the family legacy. But who would have thought that buyer is so mysterious? I even had someone offer a high price, but they flat out refused to sell. How ungrateful.
High price, I'm the buyer. How come I never knew? What a phony.
Sarah, since you're out of work now, where are you living? You're not telling me you live in a basement for a few $100s a month, are you?
Just an apartment in the city.
Oh, an apartment. Sarah, apartments nowadays, the rent isn't cheap. At least a few $1,000s a month. And you're out of work, only spending, no income. How can you afford it? Young people are so vain, exactly. No income? Why live in an apartment? Just putting up a front. If you ask me, you should switch to a tiny old apartment or a cheap neighborhood. Don't end up unable to pay the rent and get kicked out by the landlord onto the street. Then the Smith family would lose all face.
Yeah, Sarah, I know it's hard to downgrade, but we have to spend according to our means, right?
Our means? Spend accordingly? Those words actually came out of your mouth? That's rich.
Sarah, I'm trying to give you good advice, so why are you talking like that?
Sarah!
Uncle John knows you have always been hard-headed like a stubborn mule.
But listen to Uncle John's advice. Times have changed.
In life, you need to read the room.
You've left your family, and in society, you're just a pushover.
You should give in to your brother.
Beg George.
Let him get you a job at the factory. After all, we're family. Blood is thicker than water.
There's no shame in swallowing your pride.
Your brother is doing well now.
He won't just watch you starve on the streets.
That's the benefit of having a family. Since Uncle John has spoken up for you, Sarah, I'll also say this. Today, in front of the elders, you need to properly admit your past mistakes, drink 3 shots as a penalty, and promise to listen. To George from now on. Then I'll talk to the factory manager and put in a good word. I'll get you a quality inspection job on the shop floor. It's a bit tiring, but it'll definitely support you. I'm doing this to toughen your character so you won't get taken advantage of again.
Exactly, Sarah. George is big-hearted. He made it big, and he's always thinking about the family. Not like you back when you were in power. So cold-blooded. You wouldn't even give me an internship. Now George is burying the hatchet and giving you a hand. Don't be ungrateful. Go ahead and toast him.
No need.
Sarah, your temper hasn't changed a bit. At a time like this, you're still being so picky? I'm blunt, but think with your conscience. Besides that useless diploma, what else do you have? No experience, no skills. You're good for nothing. George is offering you a job, taking in a freeloader like you. You should be hiding under the covers and thanking your lucky stars. Instead, you're putting on airs. But let's get one thing straight. You can work at the factory, but you gotta have a clean heart.
Brenda.
What did you say?
We're all family.
I don't want to be too harsh, but just don't pull that stunt again like before, colluding with outside lawyers to trick the family, doing things that hurt others without benefiting yourself. That's all I ask.
I'm not trying to lecture you.
You gotta change your selfish ways. After all, with your character, if it were any ordinary boss...
Who would dare to hire you?
We're only doing this because you're his own sister. Making an exception to tolerate you. And giving you a second chance.
You guys really know how to twist the truth. Who was it that actually took advantage back then? And who was so shameless as to make a scene in my company lobby? Faking illness, pretending to be paralyzed, live streaming it all, only to be exposed in public and scurry away like rats. If you've forgotten, I don't mind taking the police records and medical certificates and reading them to you again.
Sarah, are you trying to pick a fight? I'm being nice to you and you're being ungrateful. That's all in the past. You keep bringing it up every day. Ancient history, old scores, what's the point? We're taking pity on you. Don't be so ungrateful.
All right. Let's all just tone it down. It's Richard's posthumous birthday today. Let's all just sit together nicely and have a meal. Let's not be so hostile. Always bickering. Getting all red in the face. That's pointless. Look at you. Richard's portrait, it's still right there. He's watching you from heaven. You fighting like this, how can he be at peace in the underworld?
Hey, honey. Yeah, I'm having dinner with my family. Really? You actually ordered it? The newest one? The luxury bag? Oh my, you're too good to me. Love you. I'll find you when I get back. Bye.
Chloe, who was that on the phone? Sounded pretty close to you. Are you seeing someone?
Finding a good partner is way better than pretending to be tough out there. Much better.
Oh, Aunt Mary, actually, he's my new boyfriend. He's always so generous and always puts me first, insisting on buying me these expensive bags and jewelry. I've told him many times to just live a practical life and get by and not to waste money. He just won't listen and says he can't let me feel neglected.
Chloe's right, and she knows how to manage a household. For a young woman, no matter how much she studies or how hard she works, she still has to get married in the end. When she reaches marriageable age, if she can find someone caring and considerate who is willing to spend money on her, she should lock it in quickly. That's a real priority. For a woman, marrying well is better than having a good career. Sarah. Look at your sister. She's all set. As the older sister, how come you have no news? Do you have a boyfriend now? Don't always stay cooped up in your apartment, but go out more and try some blind dates.
No.
Sarah, it's not that Uncle John is relying on his status as an elder to nag you. Look at your situation now. You lost your good job and you can't even find someone to settle down with, can you? For women, their youth at best only lasts a few years. Once you're over 30, your value just plummets. Sarah, if you keep being so picky and dragging it out, you'll really become an old maid who can't get married. By then, it won't be you picking a good match, but the men picking you and rejecting you. Surely you don't want to grow old without someone to even fetch you a cup of tea, do you?
Uncle John, don't trouble yourself with this. If I remember correctly, your eldest daughter is 32 this year, which is 3 years older than me. Isn't she still single and staying at home? With all this free time worrying about me, why don't you first go back and take care of your own family's affairs? Quickly find my elder cousin a good family that doesn't look down on her.
You. Kid, how can you talk to your elders like that? I'm trying to give you good advice, and you say such nasty things.
So Uncle John also thinks that constantly lecturing and pushing someone to get married is nasty. Then why do you think it's perfectly fine to say these things to me?
Oh my, Uncle John, please calm down. Don't take it to heart. Sarah is out of work now. She's stuck at home all day with nothing to do. She's really upset. She speaks sharply without thinking. Can't blame her. But speaking of setting her up with someone, I actually have someone who is a perfect match for her. I've been wanting to introduce you to him. I've met him in person. He has a trustworthy face, and he's local. We know his background. He's 5 years older than Sarah. He knows how to treat a woman well. His family runs a construction materials business. He's in a good financial situation.
If he's so well off, then how come he isn't married yet? Oh.
He's divorced. His ex-wife left him because he was too family-oriented, and he has 2 kids, but he's made it clear. As long as the woman is obedient and sensible and can take good care of the home, money is absolutely not an issue. I sincerely think he's a good match for you now. He doesn't mind that you're unemployed. You can go and be an instant mother. You even skip the trouble of giving birth. You're not getting any younger. To be honest, this is already for an unemployed young woman like you the best way out. If you miss this chance, you won't get another one.
Come on, Brenda, this match you're introducing isn't great. Divorced in his 30s with 2 kids, going to be a stepmother. That's so rough. Sarah is at least a graduate from a prestigious university. How does she match up with him?
What's wrong with that, Aunt Mary? It's better for men to be older than women. Men are different from us women. Men get better with age. Older men have more life experience. And they have savings. They know how to treat their wives well. Sarah, let me be totally honest with you. What do you think? If you're willing, I'll send you his WeChat right now and you can meet him tomorrow. Would I ever steer you wrong?
Brenda, since you think this guy is such a good catch and his family is so rich, and you can even skip the pain of childbirth, then why don't you go right now, divorce George, and marry him yourself? How about that? After all, why let good fortune go to someone else?
What the hell are you talking about? How dare you talk to me like that? Can't you tell good from bad? I'm your sister-in-law, you know. For your marriage, I've been worrying myself sick, and you use words like that to disgust me?
What did I say wrong? A man with such great qualifications, I've never seen you praise George like that. Since he's so good, of course I'll leave him to you, Brenda.
Sarah, you're way out of line. Your sister-in-law meant well trying to help you find a match. Because she felt sorry for you, she wanted to find you someone to lean on. You don't appreciate it, fine. But you dare to curse us to get divorced? All the books you've read went down the drain. Don't you have any? Respect for your elders? Sarah, you really are getting out of hand. You speak without any respect. Don't you even understand that a sister-in-law is like a mother? Your brother and I, how have we wronged you? We've worked so hard to plan for you, and you're so malicious to take our kindness for granted.
Sarah, do you really think you're such a hot commodity now? Back when you had power and influence, everyone played nice for family's sake and kissed up to you. It was fine to be a bit proud. Now look at you. No job, no status.
You're just living off your inheritance, an unemployed loafer.
With your condition, if you were on the dating market, guys' families would be very picky. They might not even give you a second look. I swallowed my pride and begged them to give you a chance. But you, bite the hand that feeds you. How could you be so mean? Fine, be high and mighty. I'd like to see, when you're old and sick, who's going to take care of you.
Oh, all right. Brenda, George, please sit down. We're all family here. Everyone means well. Let's talk it out nicely, okay? If Sarah doesn't want to date or thinks it's not right, we can just not bring it up anymore. It's the holidays, after all. Come on, everyone, calm down. Don't let this ruin our family harmony.
Ms. Smith, may I ask when you'll be done? The chairman heard you're coming back to the company today, and he's thrilled. He arranged a special car to pick you up.
I can leave now.
Sarah, please don't argue with George and Brenda. Look at our family falling apart like this. How embarrassing. George and Brenda, these past few days, they've been so worried about your situation they can't even sleep, and they've been going everywhere asking for help. Even if they spoke a bit harshly or too firmly just now, isn't it because they're worried about your future? You don't even have a job now, so you can't really plan to end up alone forever, can you? Everyone means well, so even if you don't appreciate it, you don't have to be all prickly like a hedgehog, okay?
For my own good, You pawn me off to a divorced dad with 2 kids, a so-called family man who needs a free babysitter, and that's what you call for my own good? You want to climb the social ladder, use me as a bargaining chip, and then force it on me? If you really had that goodwill back then. When Dad was paralyzed in bed, I quit my job alone, day and night, in the hospital, cleaning up after him. When I was losing my hair by the handful, where were you good-hearted people then? How come none of you even had time to make a phone call? Couldn't even bear to visit because the ward smelled?
Enough, Sarah. Are you done? So what if you took care of Dad for 3 years? Are you going to carve that on your forehead and brag about it forever? Do you want the whole family to kowtow to you in gratitude? Every time we sit down to eat, if we say one thing to you, you just dig up ancient history from years ago. Besides this one thing, what other achievement do you have to show off? Seriously?
Exactly. Dad has been gone for 3 years, long laid to rest. You keep talking about taking care of the patient every day. It's so sickening. Besides, your dad's daughter isn't taking care of him what you should do. Why does it seem like you're the only one in the whole family who's been wronged? It's really tiresome to listen to. You need to broaden your horizons.
Chloe hit the nail on the head. Sarah, your whole life, you've only relied on those few years of being a free caregiver to make a tiny contribution to the Smith family. It's just an insignificant contribution. What's there to keep bragging about? Look at me now. I casually spend over $100,000 to build Dad the most magnificent grave, and today I spent several $1,000s more treating the elders to dinner. That's real filial piety. That's what brings honor to the Smith family. What about you? You don't even have a proper job now, so what right do you have to boss me around?
As the saying goes, fortune changes, 30 years east, 30 years west. You used to put on airs, but now your true colors are showing. George now has a daily turnover of hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's the most successful and the pillar of the Smith family. 100 times better than you, an unemployed loafer who only knows how to bring up the past. Just accept your fate.
Ms. Smith, sorry to keep you waiting. The chairman and all the board of directors are already in the group's conference room 1, ready. We've specially arranged a private fleet to take you back to preside over this afternoon's annual summary meeting.
Ms. Smith.
Ms. Smith, chairman, and the entire board are already in conference room 1, ready and waiting. Reporters from major media outlets have also arrived. Everyone's waiting for you to come back and host this afternoon's annual summary meeting.
Come back? Sarah, weren't you fired from the company and out of a job?
Sarah, quit the act. Weren't you fired from the company and unemployed for half a year? What's this all about? Oh, I get it. Do you think you lost face today? So you spent money to go to the film studio and hired a few extras, suited them up to save face, pretending to be the big boss? $200 a day, right? That's really unnecessary. In front of your own family, why put on such a show?
Brenda, your imagination not becoming a screenwriter is a waste. I have never once said I was unemployed. From start to finish, weren't you the ones talking to yourselves and making up stuff in your heads?
Ma'am, watch your mouth. Half a year ago, Miss Smith, simply because of years of leading major projects and being overly exhausted, applied to the board for a 6-month paid leave. Today, that leave officially ends. Chairman personally sent us to invite Ms. Smith back to take charge, slandering our group's executives. Our legal department will send a legal letter.
You hit it well. But even if you're doing great out there and are rich and successful, so what? To this family, to our Smith family, you've never made a single real contribution. You'd rather let your money rot in your pockets than help George. You're a cold-blooded animal. You are a generous beauty.
Right. When it comes to contributions to the Smith family, mine certainly aren't as big as yours, George. After all, to plug the hole in your own crappy factory, you were the one who sold what Dad valued most and fought to keep. The Smith family's old house without a second thought, didn't you? When it comes to such a wasteful contribution, I certainly can't match that.
Don't you stand there and lecture me? Back then, the factory's cash flow dried up, and loan sharks were at our door every day. We had no choice. Besides, the old house is already sold. Why are you playing the loyal daughter now? If you're so capable, why didn't you use your money to buy it back? Who are you making these snide comments for?
Mr. Smith, actually half a year ago when you were in a hurry to sell the old house, the one who paid 10% above the market price and bought it overnight in full, that mysterious buyer of your old house was none other than our Miss Smith.
What?
Yes?
It was Sarah who bought it. And Ms. Chloe Smith?
Why do you think a fresh grad like you, who live-streamed a ruckus in an office building and got boycotted by the entire internet, who couldn't even land a receptionist job at a small company, could suddenly get a job offer from Apex Industries branch and enjoy the great perk of having room and board included? The CEO of Apex Industries is a friend of our Ms. Smith, Ms. Smith quietly used her personal business connections to arrange that internship for you.
Sarah, it was you? You helped me? Then why didn't you tell me? If you had told me earlier that this job came through connections, I definitely wouldn't have been mad at you. I wouldn't have joined them in ganging up on you.
It's not that you wouldn't be mad at me. You just wouldn't dare to be mad at Ms. Smith of Apex Industries. If today I was still that person you trampled underfoot, that unemployed young woman, you would still act superior and mock me. Because in your hearts, whether I help you or not, you've never once considered me one of your own.
No, Sarah. We're sisters. How could I not see you as family?
Since I was little, in this family I've always been the overlooked and sacrificed invisible person. When George got married and needed to buy a house, the family sold everything they had and even took out Dad's retirement savings. They scraped together $200,000. When Chloe went to college, she complained the dorm was bad and wanted to rent a place outside and buy designer brands. The family didn't hesitate and just gave her $100,000. What about me? I paid for my tuition and living expenses by working 3 jobs a day, serving tables with a high fever and saving up every penny. But even so, did I ever complain? No, I didn't. And when Dad got sick and paralyzed, every single one of you ran faster than anyone else. So I quit my job and nursed him for 3 years, relying on my own strength and fighting tooth and nail to get where I am now. But what about you? I just don't get why, no matter what I do, you always find fault with me. And when I contribute money and effort, you say I don't give enough. Or when I follow the rules, you call me cold-blooded and heartless. So is it that in this family, if I don't drain my blood and bone and feed it to you, I'm a sinner of the Smith family?
Sarah, it's my fault. As we elders were blind, and back then, we let your dad play favorites and didn't speak up for you. So the Smith family has wronged you, child. And you've had it so hard.
Aunt Mary saying this now. It's too late.
Sarah, you're saying all this and beating around the bush just because you think that when we were kids, the family treated you unfairly and that you were wronged, right? But be honest with yourself. Over 10 years have passed, and before Dad passed, he left you those commercial properties worth millions of dollars, which is what an ordinary person could never earn in a lifetime. So the grievances you suffered before, no matter how big the trauma, should have been compensated long ago, and now you stand here whining for no reason and clutching the past, which is really pointless.
Exactly, Sarah. Doesn't everyone online say that where the money is, that's where the love is?
You got from Dad the most money.
What else do you have to complain about?
Dad, seriously, on the surface, from childhood, he treated me and George as the family's treasures, but in the end...
He wasn't fair at all, and the status of us 3 siblings is now worlds apart.
What do you have to be upset about? Sarah, let me be fair. You took care of the old man for 3 years, which is true, but in the end, you got millions of dollars in commercial properties. With this deal, for anyone else outside, even if they hired a high-end caregiver, who wouldn't do it? You've gotten the benefit and still act innocent, constantly saying how wronged and how hard it was, so don't you think it's ridiculous?
Anyone would be willing to do that. So why didn't you do it then? Let's be honest, you were blinded by greed. You wanted the benefits, but you didn't want to pay any price. Brenda, family isn't something you pick up at the market. It's not a bargaining chip for scheming or weighing pros and cons.
Don't make yourself sound so noble. As the saying goes, a chronic illness can wear down any dutiful child. That's only human nature. If Dad, when he passed away, hadn't left you a single cent, would you dare say that in your heart you wouldn't have a hint of resentment? We're all adults here. Let's be honest. You yourself wanted to rely on taking care of Dad in his old age to get this inheritance. The fact is, now we have nothing while you're rolling in money. What gives you the right to criticize us here?
George, using such dirty thoughts to judge others is absolutely absurd. You couldn't be more wrong. Pfft.
Don't act so noble. The money still ended up in your pocket.
Dad never gave up on you. Even though he's gone, he actually had already thought of a way out for you.
You? What do you mean by that? What do you mean thought of a way out?
A way out? Sarah, did the old man secretly leave something else valuable that we don't know about?
Yes.
What is it exactly? Sarah, just tell us.
What Dad actually left us.
What?
It's something you all know about. In the cellar of the old house, those 3 jars of pickles.
Sarah! Are you messing with us for fun? Who doesn't know those 3 lousy jars of pickles? Even if they were pickled to perfection, so what? Could they sell for millions? If you don't want to give us money, just say so. Bringing out a few jars of pickles to spite us?
Haven't you always wondered why in recent years I suddenly came to have so much wealth? Actually, The rent from those 2 shops was just secondary. My most crucial startup capital came from those 3 jars of pickles. George?
What's going on? Those pickle jars, what exactly is the trick with them?
How would I know? Aren't those just the old man's favorite lousy pickles?
Because what's inside those pickle jars isn't pickles at all. They are what Dad, before he died, saved up little by little. The gold bars he left for you.
Gold bars. Are you serious? Don't try to fool us with that kind of talk. Where would the old man get that much money for gold bars?
Do I have any reason to lie to you? Arthur is right here. This was Dad's wish. It's been notarized. According to Dad's final wishes, if you still have a conscience and are willing to come back to lay him to rest and fulfill your duty as his children, then the gold bars in those 3 jars of pickles will be handed over to you by Arthur Davis. Dad said, if George doesn't come and only Chloe comes, then all the gold bars go to Chloe. Dad knew you love dressing up and keeping up with others. He said these gold bars are for you as a dowry for when you get married. He was afraid you'd be mistreated by your in-laws. If you, George, had come, then all these gold bars would be yours. Dad knew your factory was struggling and you were deep in debt. The value of those gold bars, once sold, would be enough to pay off all your debts and greatly ease your burden. Even in death, he was still worrying about you, the eldest son. But all of this was contingent on you coming back. Too bad for you. You were so blinded by that will, you called him a senile old fool. You wouldn't even attend Dad's funeral. All you cared about was profit. No Dad, no family, nothing at all. George, I once truly looked up to you as my respected big brother. But you disappointed me. Time and time again. More than once I've lain awake at night wondering if I was really born to Mom and Dad. Why is it that we're both flesh and blood of the Smith family, yet you dote on Chloe so much, giving her everything she asks for, while toward me you're so cold and indifferent? Is it really true in this family that only the crying child gets the candy?
You always handle everything yourself. You never ask me for help.
So not asking for help is the reason I deserve to be ignored. You know, I could have had a very harmonious and happy upbringing. I could have had a reliable big brother to protect me, and a little sister who would cling to me and support me. Too bad you two ruined it all. From now on, there's nothing. Let's go.
Yes, Miss Smith.
After Dad's posthumous birthday, in that deep autumn, I received George's faded apology letter. And I also took Chloe's tearful apology call. I didn't tear up that letter. I didn't say it was okay. I simply folded them gently, and along with the Sarah who once desperately craved love, left them all behind, in yesterday's mud. I looked at the sea of clouds outside the window and suddenly felt at peace. Those heavy bonds I'd leave behind in my homeland. It's time for me to see the horizon that belongs to me.